Hey, what is up? It is Wednesday, September 7th, but the markets have closed for today. And as you can see from the dotted blue line going vertical right there, the Thursday action has now opened, but we're going to go over Wednesday's markets and see what we have to look forward to going in for tomorrow being Friday. So what we have right here, we're going to start with the Nasdaq. As you can see today, it just ran the price down to the Fibonacci extension lows of the day and found support down there and bounced right back up. But what we also have, as you can see from my nice little current loss I have for it, is we have some good long setups in the NASDAQ market. And what it's based off of is two different trade setups. The first one is this one right here. You can see it's just a typical semaphore trade, 1, 2, 3. Price closed above it right here. And then instead of going up here and hitting the orange Fibonacci extension level up there, the price came back down and has gone the other way. So when it hits the 1.146 the other way, we move the exit back up to the original entry point, the entry bar, where we have it close above the L line, which is this black line right there. So this, from the other videos I've done, is kind of like the line in the sand. For the Dow Jones, I had it at the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level. Right now, it's at the 2.449, and all that is the square root of 6. Yeah, 2.449. Yep. So that's all that is for it. Can be 2.618. It doesn't really matter, but that's what we're doing right there, because I've seen it bounce off of that before, and that's currently what it's doing right now. It's bouncing right off the 2.449 for whatever reason. So the ultimate level we're looking for this thing to go up to is going to go all the way up here to this black line. So quite a big gain, assuming that does happen. 363 points, about over 2.5 percentage points here in the NASDAQ. And so that's the level. Sorry, just come back from a little pause right here. But that's the level that we're looking at down here for this one, 2.449, going all the way the other way. So combine that with the extension lows of the day down here, and that's what we have for the NASDAQ. Now, looking at the other trade setup we have right here. Let's see. There it is. There it is. What does that do? Okay, I don't need all that. We'll get rid of you. Yeah, it's the same old thing. I don't think we need that one. Okay, I do need those, but there's... Okay, no, that's not it. There it is, this guy. That guy. That guy. There we go. So, and see from this other one right here, when this is what we're using right here, we're using 1, 2, 3. When price broke out right here on that bar, closed above the yellow line right there. That signals to go long. The target was right here at the 1.146 Fibonacci extension level. Obviously, that did not go up and get hit. And so we've had to retrace back down to the 1.146 the other way, which moves the exit to the black line where the entry was for it. But price today took a big nosedive off there and went all the way down. And look what happened down here as well. It hit the 2.449 the other way, and now has found support. Plus, again, the daily extension low, obviously. So the goal is to get it back up to this. Where's the black line? Oh, okay, up here. So got ways to go, but to get it back up here, or the black line, which is the hard exit up there at about 15,578. So as you can see, that is where I have my exit just below it. I actually had it below the daily extension high of the day because I was looking for a move up in the market. Obviously, of course, normally what happens is when I'm looking for a day up, we get a big day down, and so of course that's what happens. But luckily, I didn't get in till closer to the 1.146. I'm still fine as far as what I'm looking for, risk-reward ratio for this one. So looking for price to eventually come back up and hit this level, and then as well go up and hit that level. So if we look at the daily extension levels for going into tomorrow, we have that one for the low, that one for the high. So unfortunately for me, for instance, if we do get an update in the market tomorrow, we have let's delete that. We have the daily extension high level right here to act as resistance to it. So unless we get like a blowout day and it blows out through it, which could happen, but it doesn't happen the majority of the time. Majority of the time when price hits these levels, it slows it down and kind of is the stopping point for the day. So if it opens up tomorrow, we could get a nice up day. Let's see, going up in there, and then my guess would be if it goes up in there, it'll waffle around somewhere, and maybe depending on how far it comes back for it. So that is that setup right there for Nasdaq. What I'm looking forward to going into tomorrow with that. If we do have an update, I'm looking forward to stop somewhere between 15,428 and 15,492. If I get extremely lucky and we get a blowout day, it blows past it, then looking for getting up here, filling this one up here up about 15,578. Then if I really feel aggressive, I'll move my exit up to below right up there for that one. And because then looking for also for that one to get filled at 15,637. If we go look at MFI, we see the MFI down here in the 15-minute chart was completely oversold, continued going down. Never really had a big pop up. We had a little bit of a rally starting about, well, I guess when the market opened after we had the drop off in the overnight session, but still nothing big. It's fixing to oversold down over here. If you look at the 1 hour chart, we did get in oversold territory as well today. So we're looking for, and that's another reason why I'm looking for a pop up here in the market. And 4 hour charts showing nothing. It's actually coming off being overbought up over here. Going over to the S&P 500. This is a trade setup I took, the one I was talking about the other day. I figured I'll go ahead and test it out. What's the worst that could happen, right? So what it is using 1, 2, 3. So you have first day, second day, third day right there. And all you do is from the low to the high Fibonacci level. Then you see the pink lines right here. It's the 50% retracement to the 61.8% retracement. And what I'm looking for, it was when price coming down and hits it. You can see it found low support at 50, but that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is price hits the 61.8. Looking for the exit coming right up to close to the 50% one right up there. Obviously that didn't happen today. We actually had obviously more of a sell-off, just like the rest of the markets. And then in the overnight session, then when the day started up, it grinded up higher today. So the other one that was in it from yesterday, let me show you here real quick. Let's see here, that is one. What's the same one? What am I doing? Is this one? Let's see here. There's the low. 1, 2, 3. There's the high. Templates. Where's tracement trade? That one actually did come and get, well, excuse me. Yes, it did get hit. Look, came down here, hit it right here. I'll draw a little box on it, make it easier to see. See, it hit the 50%. Did go a little bit lower, but then came up. Hit the 61.8, and then continued to go higher and hit the 51 to close that one out right there. So obviously, wish I'd got that one in yesterday, but of course I got in the one that still has not gotten filled. So I'm just going to hold on to it and see what happens. We can see today that the Fibonacci extension level, the lows of the day when they were hit, that was the support level for it, and then that's when it continued to grind up for it. I do have the 1.146 based upon this kind of retracement trade right there that I'm in. And because the price is the 1.146, I can get in down here as well and just leave it. And what I would do is I'd move the exit to just below the 61.8 level for that one right there. So even if I had to do that, like worst case, say I didn't want to get in it, be 18, about a $20 gain. So nothing big, obviously. Hopefully tomorrow it continues up higher. And then looking at going right there, there's the low of the day into the high. So tomorrow, if tomorrow does go up and get hit, it does stand a chance because the extension high level of the day is right at the 50% line target right up there. I'll move this up maybe a little bit more. There we go. So it's still a little bit of ways away from the hard exit because I always get out earlier. Then just moving it, right on top of the exit right there. Just because I have seen it from time to time get pretty close, a tick or two away, but close enough to get what I consider to be filled, but not quite hit it. So that's why I always get out a little bit earlier than the hard exit. So the hard exit is right on the 50%. I'm sorry, Yes, the hard exit is right on the 1.44 daily extension high level for tomorrow. So hopefully we get a positive day in the market, goes up there and hits that. We can see down here, looking at the 15-minute chart, just like the Nasdaq, it did come oversold in the MFI. We did get a pop up in that 1-hour chart. Nothing. It has coming off being an overbought level where we did get a sell-off down to it, but now it looks like it's getting even closer to being overbought as well again. In the 4-hour chart, it's coming off being just like the Nasdaq. It's coming off being overbought, and we have had a good, decent size move down for it. So, like when the market originally was like up in that level, hitting right there, that's when you start eventually looking for a pullback in the market, and we have had that so far. So, it has from this low right here. It has, where is it hit right there? Look at that, it's hit right at the 50% retracement level for it. So if we are going to look for a measured move, come down here to 50%. If it's going to be a measured move trade, the target would be 5576.50 for it. So not saying guaranteeing that's going to happen, but just if it is, if the reverse is going to happen, the pullback has happened, and the continuation move is going to happen in S&P 500, that's the next target level that we are looking at right there. But like if you look at it here the other way, and I would love to take this setup, the measured move setup, is just I haven't found a good way to ensure what I'm looking for. But then you have it like say going the other way, it did break past the 61.8 a little bit, but did find enough resistance to continue to push it down. So if it is going to come down and continuing to move down, the next target we're looking for is about 4308.50. So right now the markets are at an inflection point. It has to decide what it wants to do. Is it going to use that as the pullback, springboard off of it right there and go up and hit that level, or where is it? Or is the market going to continue to using this high, that low? There's a 61.8 level. Use that as the top of it and continue moving down over there to 4308.50. So we're definitely at an inflection point. Wish I could say with a prediction what I believed in for how I trade of which direction is going to go next, up or down, but I just don't know based upon how the measured move trade works. All I know is the way I trade with the live trades in there. What I'm looking for is a little bit higher of a move up, right up there to the pink top area for it. Russell 2000, not really. I'm not even looking at really any trades or anything like that. Right here, you can see we had there's a good short right there, easy to fit. Let's see how that would have worked out on the 15-minute chart. That's a really nice trade actually. There's that. There we have, well, one of these. Either that one would have been the entry bar. Either that one or that one. It's kind of on it, so probably like that one right there. And so then there's a target right there. But yeah, you could have gotten in that. Closed right there. It went up a little bit, so that would have been easy to get in. So you got in right there. Take it down close to it. Good 3.5 points for that trade right there in the Russell 2000. I don't think that's probably the way it's set up is too going to be wide for the pitchfork trade. No, actually, you know what? Looks like we are in a live short in the, let's see, oh, yep, here we go, good enough. Yeah, so we are in a live short setup here in the 15-minute chart for Russell 2000. See those three semaphores when price closes below the white line right there, which for the pitchfork is 2.645. Then we just move the Fibonacci down to it, and the target is the 1.146 right there. Price has not come down and hit it yet, so we are in a potential short setup for that one right there. We also will go ahead, draw the black line, because that is where the entry level is. If price goes all the way up here, it's 1.146. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to short it right here. Let's see here, trade, sell. And we want to take it down, kind of keep it north of it. Let's see if we can get in right here. And since it's after hours, and obviously the Nasdaq. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't want to take it on this way. What is this one? Oh, September. No. Get off. All right. So what I want to take it on is December's contracts. But look at that. December's contracts aren't adding up to it. No, you know what? I'll still take September. It's fine. We still got a little bit of time for it. So let's go back, do that. Let's see if we can get in right here. Okay, in it. There we go. Okay, 49. It's a good number. And so yeah, that's the target we're looking for right there for that one. And the reason why I like getting in opposite move trades between like the Russell, S&P, or Nasdaq, doesn't matter which one, one go long, one go short, is because tomorrow, for instance, oh, and also real quick, just as you can see right here, for the today hit the extension low level down here, and then found support for it like the S&P 500 and Nasdaq did right there. So then going into tomorrow, where is it? Oh, this is what we want right here. Going into tomorrow, there's the low, there's the high right up there. So it kind of mimics the, or not mimics, but it is a little bit different. But anyways, that's the low down here. The extension low tomorrow we're looking for. And if it goes up, the extension high for resistance is all the way up there. So anyway, so what I was saying is, I like taking when I get signals that are conflicting signals, like obviously right here we have a short in the Russell 2000, but in the S&P 500 I have for this trade set up a long setup in it, where if we get all right, so I just had to pause that here real quick, coming back to that. But I think what I was talking about was I like it taking opposite trades is because, or opposite way trades in different markets, is because tomorrow, if the S&P 500 we get a good update, then it's probably going to fill that target, or at least get up there in profit where I can get out of it some, because that's only from where it is right there. How much is that? Yeah, it's 0.65%, so not big at all, so really easy to do. But if we can continuation move down in the market tomorrow, then obviously the S&P and Nasdaq will continue to move down, but the Russell 2000 will go down and fill that one. That's only a 0.53 percentage move for it right there. So that's why I like doing that. Obviously, it would be in lost territory for the Russell 2000, but that's fine. I'm confident it's going to eventually come down here and hit this target down here. But if not, and we get an update, then that target will go get filled right there, give me more money to trade with for it right there. So that's why I like doing that. And then, last but not least, the old Dow Jones, and this is one that yesterday I was looking at where we had, see that symbol for that one right here, closed right there, and that's the entry bar right there. And obviously price never came down, hit the 1.146, that one came a little bit closer but did not, and it just went up the other way, waffled around between the 1.146 to the 1.44 level, and then started selling off for it. So if we do, or when we do get that push down, we're looking at the black line down here for it going down there and getting hit. So if I get out of like say tomorrow we get, well, say like this would be like, well, not the perfect scenario, but second best scenario for me. We get overnight session pushed down, which let's see, how much would that be? 0.58. I don't know if that much overnight will go down. Have another good little sell-off overnight. But anyways, that goes down and get hit. The Russell kind of does its own thing, which it does a lot of the time, while the SP 500 stays kind of flat. Then the day, so in the overnight session, Russell 2000 goes down and hits it, or even when it opens tomorrow, with SP 500 staying kind of flat, or maybe just slightly in the red or slightly positive, but not as big of a move down. But then market opens, gets the positive news goes up there, hits that, so then I've got a gain in that. I've got a win in that down there, and then the only one I would still be in would be the Nasdaq right there. But if the market does move up tomorrow and it takes me out of both, say again, just perfect, my second best scenario of getting out of the Russell, because it goes down while the SP 500 stays flat and goes up. And tomorrow, because let's look at the Fibonacci. You can see today for the Fibonacci daily levels, it didn't for Nasdaq, or I'm sorry, for Dow Jones, it didn't come down and hit them. Tomorrow we have that right there, and then that right there. Say we get a move up at least to the top end of the daily resistance level for it, and I'm out of the Russell and the S&P, because again, the Russell 2000 went down first and then went up. SP 500 just went up, so I got out of both those trades. And say the market is somewhere like right in here-ish, something like that. About those two, then I would get in. I would short this market right here. Look, take it all the way down here for the Dow Jones, and so that's what I'm looking for down there. So hopefully we get a move up in the market tomorrow. Give me a better price entry for this Dow Jones short setup right there. And then last but not least, there's oil. This is one from the other day. Actually, I could get back in here right now. For oil, there's a lot of bullishness in the market because of OPEC cuts, and then Biden decide to pull some drilling leases in Alaska, plus the Baker Hughes drilling rig count has been declining, I believe, if I heard that correctly. So it's if you're bullish in oil, yeah, it's going to be in the hundreds here, in my opinion. Here, sooner than later. And so we have that semaphore, that semaphore, that semaphore. Price went up. Then on this bar, closed above it right there. And again, these semaphores they don't highlight in real time because I always use the last three semaphores. So if I was looking at it like live, it would be like that. Then it would have had that one form, and then later on, like when price is somewhere like right around here, that's when the orange one would have formed. It didn't happen right away for it, so that's why I'd still look at doing that trade. And price, I did take it earlier when I was right here, and then I got out right there, but I haven't been in it since just because I got in these other two trades, and today I'm the Russell 2000 trade for it. But it has provided another nice level to get in for it, right down here. It's just using this is good little roller coaster ride that it's in right there, go down, up, back down, and so it does have good potential for a real nice profit target because the price is looking for up here is the orange line right there, and that's about 184 ticks away there in oil for it right there. For the daily extension levels, it didn't do anything today. It just waffled around right there. You can see here was the low area right there. Here was the high area right up there for it. So what we can do, we can draw the daily highs and lows for it. And that's going to be crude oil looking to going into tomorrow. So look for eventually this long to go up there and get hit. And if you like to watch video game channels, then my son has one, Cade Games 2000, CADEGAMEZ 2000, and he streams a lot of Fortnite and what other content? Maybe Fortnite, MLB The Show, Minecraft, so those types of games for it. So if you like seeing that, he does that over there. But anyways, have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.